By now, if you have decided that you wanted to do something with open source, maybe extend the life of your older computers, and you've got some extra hardware running around, or maybe you've made a trip to the Goodwill store or gone off on Craigslist and picked up some parts and pieces, we have all the things that we need, except we've yet to download the software. And we're going to call this segment Going to the Distro. So in the world of Unix and Linux, which is a Unix derivative, there are what are called flavors, and there are various flavors of Linux. Each flavor of Linux has its various distributions. We're going to use a distribution called Edubuntu. Now, Edubuntu comes out of the Ubuntu project, which basically means free for all. And it is a software designed for educators, for schools, and it works very well for libraries. So we'll just go ahead, and we're going to do a search. It's Edubuntu. We'll do a Google search, and we're going to go ahead and do whatever Firefox wants us to do. And what we'll do is we'll find that we can find the Edubuntu homepage, and this is where we're going to get our distribution. On the home page, you'll see there's a lot of information about the software. There's a wiki, and what we want to do right now, because we want to go a little bit quick, is we want to go to the downloads, and from the downloads section, we want to go through and we find out that there's a server add-on, that there also is the ability to boot from this CD. There also is software for Intel computers, which most people have. There's software for AMD or 64-bit computers. And if you have a Macintosh or a PlayStation 3 or an older computer, yes, a PlayStation 3, you can go to another place where there's distributions, and you can run Edubuntu on even a PlayStation 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the download site, and we're going to go down till we come to North America, and we'll find some place that's close to us. We'll just go ahead, for example, and choose Walla Walla College, which I assume is in Walla Walla, Washington, and it's going to go out and look for that mirror. And it takes a minute to connect here. If we don't connect, we can choose another one. We'll go ahead and let's try another mirror. That works a little bit better. If you can't find a mirror at the first time, you have to kind of think when you do downloads, especially big downloads like this. If you're living in Ohio, for example, you might want to download from Hawaii because the time zone is different and the server will have less use on it. So what we want to do is the first thing we want to download is we want to download the desktop CD, we want to download the classroom server CD, and then we want to download the add-on CD. And the reason we want the add-on CD is because it has a number of products. It has extra software for teenagers. It has software that lets an educator or an administrator configure it. So we're going ahead and choose this, and we're going to start our download, and we're going to save the download to disk. And what we see right at the outset is that this is a 6-hour download, even on a T1 line. So we know that this is going to take a long time to download. So my advice is that you do it like before you go home, on an evening, if you're going to do this Monday through Friday, or you set the 3 downloads on Friday night and come back on Monday and get it. So we're going to do a 6-hour download. So through the magic of television, time flies. We'll cancel that download. Time flies, and what we end up with is that we end up with what are called ISO files, and these are basically images of our software. So we've got, if we change our view here, well, let's take a little details. What we've got is we've got these ISO files for the desktop, for the server, for the add-ons, and for the Power Macintosh. We also have a software program that we've downloaded called InfoReader. And the reason we need that is we're going to have to burn an ISO. We're going to have to create these files into bootable CDs. Most of the things that you have now to burn CDs with are probably not going to do it. InfoReader is a good one. There's many others. So once we have our downloads all in place, then we're going to need 3 CDs. Old CDs are about 3 cents a piece now, so you can You know, you can use as many as you want. You can't go wrong. So we're going to open up InfoReader. We're going to open up InfoReader Express. We're going to go to Copy. We're going to go to Burn an Image to Disk. It's going to ask us where our ISOs are. We're going to go back out here to our ISOs, and we're going to choose the one that we want to burn. We're going to put our CD in, and probably 5-10 minutes, depending on the speed of your burner and the speed of your computer, you're going to end up with the software that you need to do this. So remember, as you enter into this stage, that these are long downloads. You're looking at 4 or 5 hour downloads. And if you download the DVD, and you can get all of this on a DVD if you can burn to DVD, you're looking at probably downloading in the neighborhood of 3 and 4 hours. So my suggestion is do it before you leave for the night, do it before you leave for the weekend, or do it while you're building your software. Anyway, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to edubuntu.org, we're going to choose our platform, choose the CDs we want, we're going to download the ISOs. Once the ISOs are downloaded, we're going to burn them using an ISO burner, and then we're going to end up with, and this of course will be the one box that's empty, we're going to end up with CDs cleverly labeled. You can put a label on them when you want, or you can write on them, and here's your Edubuntu server CD, and you're ready to rock and roll. So come on back in a minute, come back in 6 hours actually, and we'll go ahead and we'll make this all work.